Okay, so in theory, we are live and things are good. I would like my computer to confirm that. Maybe that would be great. And then we can just continue because that would be wonderful. So I am here and things are quiet where I am. I had a wonderful weekend away at Nerdly North and now I am home and things are good. And I'm just ready to kind of get back to work and enjoy being at my desk for a while. So I figured I would spend some time tonight just working, hanging out, see if anybody wants to come hang out with. Um, and if people do, awesome. And if they don't, also awesome. At least it will keep me a little more honest about actually getting some work done today, which has been a challenge so far. I don't know if anyone else works from home, but it can definitely be a process to navigate taking care of your house and your family and everything else that needs to happen, and also kind of making sure that your time at the desk doing what you need to do is still kind of precious. So that has been the struggle that has been very, very real today. So figured I'd log on, put some time in, get some work done, go from there. You can probably hear Saxon wandering around in the background. He is very confused about why I am talking to the computer at not Thursday morning, which I guess I can't blame him for. But yeah, if you do hear him, hopefully he's not too loud. So I'm just going over a couple of my marks right now with an eraser, cleaning up a little bit of what's here. And then my plan for tonight is to continue doing the texture of the land masses on this map. This is a map for LK Wyman for her forthcoming young adult novel series. And this is one of two maps that will be in the books. It's very exciting to work on a project that will be displayed like that. It's just like, wow, kind of mind-blowing, honestly. Hey, there's a Myrna and a Nikki. How's it going? Sorry I interrupted my thought, but that's okay because there's friends. Hi, friends. This is, yeah, pretty good, hey? I'm excited about it. We've decided that we're going to take out all the hand lettering, though, and that I'm going to do the lettering in Photoshop afterwards, which I'm honestly pretty good about. I think that that's going to look better overall, and that's what we want. So, stoked about it. Think it will be good. So, welcome to my very messy desk. And what are you guys up to tonight other than hanging out with me? Also, before I jinx myself, I would like to just point out this is my third live stream in a row that I have gotten the live stream going on the first attempt. I feel very special, and tomorrow it's going to go wrong because I have just jinxed myself. You watch. It's going to be terrible. Painting your nails. What color are you painting your nails, Nikki? I need to know. Watching Coco and catching up on Reddit. Nice. Speaking of Reddit, we should probably post some stuff. I haven't done that in a while. I gotta figure out how to do that. Will you just teach me? And then I can learn the thing. Is Coco good also? I heard that it's a big, like, make you cry movie, and I've kind of avoided it because of that. Vampsterdam by OPI. I'll have to look that up. I love their stuff so much. It's so pretty. I'm assuming, given the title, it's probably like a dark red? A good dark red, hopefully? Thank you, Holmes. I would appreciate it. I got Lizzo stuck in my head, you guys. So good. Purple and wine. Oh, that sounds very, very shiny, Nikki. Okay, I will definitely make sure if I'm gonna watch it, I watch it at home. And I will have the Kleenex handy. Although, let's be real, I never use Kleenex if the sleeves of my sweater are long enough. That's why almost every long sweater I own has mascara on the sleeves, or paint. I'm also very famous for getting paint on my shirts. Sometimes I have a really hard time picturing Alma crying. I feel like that's just a thing that I will never witness. There's a lot of little rivers on this map, and I'm trying to add a little bit of texture around them to kind of indicate the geography. That and the coastlines. That's an interesting description, Myrna. You read the book recently, didn't you? I thought that you had. I think it's one of those things where I'd have to know it's going to be a punch in the gut. I'm not doing so hot with taking in stuff like that right now. I think it's just in part like not having Dave around. I'm a little bit more prone to the sad. Not like terrible though. Like don't get me wrong. I'm fine. Things are totally fine. Hi Saxon. What are you doing? Okay, fine. Take your ball. Go somewhere else. He just threw it down the stairs, so clearly the neighbors can hear it. Good job, dog. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that that would be valuable service that you offered to Eric. Yeah, human energy is a thing. Like, I love my dog, don't get me wrong. But it is very weird living with just a dog after living with Dave. I like it, for the most part. I would say 90% of it is pretty great. But that 5% is like, damn, I think I know why I married you. I try not to let myself think about it too much, because it's still going to be a hella long time before I see him again. I definitely did not erase over here very well. Do, do, do. Don't get slack with your eraser, friends. Always do the thing. What size of pens am I using? The one I'm currently on is a 01. Where's my camera? A 01 micron. And I'm working all in microns on this map, so I range anywhere from a graphic 1, which is kind of this like really chunky bullet tip. I don't know if that'll show up super well on the camera. to a 003, which is this one, which I don't know if it will show at all. It's incredibly fine. For the most part, I'm working in a 005 and a 01, just because they're going to give me the line weight that I want. This heavy black line that's done on the outside of the coast is actually done with the Pigma brush tip, just because it gives some really great line weight variation. I like it. I was definitely one of those people that got overly excited about knowing that there were so many different pen sizes once I was indoctrinated to microns. They just changed my whole method of making art very, very much. Love them. As much as you can like love an inanimate object. So for the dot work that I'm doing, I'm working in a 0.1 right now. I find that the 0.1 and the 0.05 are the two that get the most work. I think that I'm actually going to start investing in some of the larger pens, just because if I am working closer up like this, it's helpful to not have to make multiple pen passes to get the thickness of the line that I want. I just usually end up working far more zoomed out than these maps are, and that's when the smallest pens work really well for the kind of textures that I like to make. But sometimes you just need something with a little more oomph, and that is totally okay. Nikki, you draw, right? Am I remembering that correctly? It's been a while since we've talked. think that Saxon is convinced the next door neighbor to throw the ball for him. I can hear some noise coming from the kitchen door. That dog is so spoiled, you guys. I mean, I'm super grateful because he's more likely to leave me alone. Although thankfully I seem to have broken the habit of him putting stuff up on my desk. Because, you know, that's enough to terrify you when you work on paper. Oh, I have a phone call. Hello. Hi. I am currently live streaming. Do you need me to stop my stream and call you back? It's all good. Nobody can hear you. I just thought I'd better check. I'm. Yeah, no problem. I'll give you a call when I wrap up. Okay, bye. I think that is going to make such a difference for this giant open space up here. Yay! Hey Carrie, how are you? That's interesting. I'm sorry, that sounds uncomfortable. Yeah, I can understand that. Did I tell you guys that Saxon jumped over the flower box that's on the back deck? He did it while the neighbor was there playing with him, so she was able to knock him back down, but he now knows he can get over it. Yeah, that was what I said. So we've put a bunch of planters up there now, so he's all blocked in by petunias at the moment. So hopefully that continues to work. It occurs to me that I could light my fancy new candle and let it burn while I'm working. That might be nice. Gary, do you know the music by Lizzo? Lizzo, Lizzo. Hmm. I've got her song Good as Hell in my head right now. It's very, very catchy. I'm not sure if you'll like it or not. I'm curious to know, though. Yeah, I was wondering if that was where you were going to be. I can understand that. Oh, stippling. So many tiny dots. This is probably my favorite eraser that I've ever owned. And mad props to Myrna for finding it, because it's amazing. I'm hoping I can get another one when that one finally wears out. Otherwise, I will have a sad. There's definitely like a place in the world for an excellent eraser. I don't know if you can see this one very well, but my mom used to call this kind of format China marker. Like this peels down and then this paper wrapper that's around it peels up in a coil and exposes the next section of whatever's inside of it. My mom always used them as grease pens when she was doing her upholstery stuff. This is the first time I've ever seen it with a white eraser on the inside. It is so smart. Like, just such a very, very smart design. I like it quite a bit. It made me happy. It's very easy to hold. It fits in my bag nicely. Yeah, maybe theater makeup. You would have way more experience in that direction than I would. I know very, very, very little about theater makeup. I don't know if it's the same person that keeps jumping in and jumping out or not, but hello, person. Mysterious third person watching the stream. I know Gary's here, and I'm pretty sure one of the other people is me. YouTube has got to be so fascinating for that kind of thing. Like, you can literally just pop into somebody's little corner of the internet, check out what they're doing, almost like peering through the window of a house, with slightly less trespassery vibes. It's very neat. It's the Myrna. Hi. Cool. I didn't realize you were having device issues. I'm sorry, love. Hello, Molly Malls. I've been trying to think of how to best represent planes lately. As in, like, the abandoned planes that I am currently stippling. Just giving that sense of grand sweepingness. Because especially to do it in black and white, I find pretty challenging. Color is easy because you can choose what you want to work with. So that's been one of my projects lately. I think the stippling is good. I don't know how much of it's coming through well on camera. Given that these are such fine pens and all. Yeah, exactly. But like zoomed out. So you don't really have the ability to like draw wheat stalks kind of thing. Unless I was doing a much more symbolic map. There's going to be more symbols on this map, but we're restricting them to sigils for like houses and cities and stuff. I love you. I was talking to somebody, I can't remember who now, at Nerdly, about it was James Titman, about my tendency to say I love you to people, especially to just my friends, and how odd he has found that in the past. I think that he thinks it's, you know, a little more normal now that he's seen me do it a few more times, but I definitely am someone who says normalize, like saying I love you to your friends and sending them flowers and celebrating anniversaries and stuff. But I guess that not everybody is like that. So I can see how it would come across as very strange if you're not used to encountering it. I didn't feel like you were explaining, Gary. I thought you were making a joke. So I think it's all good. If you weren't making a joke, then I misinterpreted you. My apologies. I like rhymes. Rhymes and puns. Oh, I totally missed that. Thank you. Right over my head. Oh, man. Some days I'm smart, and other days I'm only mildly clever. Hi, Saxon. You sound like a locomotive. What are you doing? Is Stephanie throwing a pin for you? Oh my god. I'd blow you a raspberry, Gary. Please pardon the sound of my dog's heavy breathing in the background. Clearly my neighbor has taken mercy on him dying of boredom. He's really not, but he will convince you that he is. And thrown the pin for him. I think he's confused because I don't normally talk to the TV at this time of day. Or TV, I guess, sorry. I watch a lot of YouTube on my computer. I guess it's kind of like a TV. But yes, I don't normally talk to the computer on Wednesday nights. normally talk to the computer on Thursday mornings, and I think he is smart enough to know the difference. Yeah, I kind of did them with stippling. Let's see if I can get a better, more clear image of this with the camera. I think it's working. Yeah. So hopefully that came through. So I tried to just keep them generally horizontal and just clusters of very fine dots. I'm working in a 0-1 right now. So that should hopefully do the job. I really love the extra texture that this stippling and little line work adds to the landforms. Yeah, I'm sorry it didn't focus very well. I'm not totally sure how to trigger the focus on this camera when I get up close to it. Is it okay for focus when it's zoomed out though? Because I am very unable to tell with my current desk setup. Hey lady, how you doing? I am happy you're here. I'm glad you're doing alright. That's awesome. I am also live streaming tomorrow. I just really kind of wanted to hang out with people tonight. House is a little quiet and shy of the human persuasion, so figured it might be nice. I am glad. Pleased to be of service. Oh my goodness. I went through that drink of water very, very quickly. Pardon me while I add my can of pop to the container that will not spill on my desk. Hi, Saxon. Yes, you're very noisy. Everyone can hear you. True story, bro. Are you working on a project while you hang out, Laura? You had some cross stitch to do, didn't you? Another announcement? Trying to remember what everybody's working on. That's fair. Sometimes you just gotta get your brain in the groove in order to get the work done. That's part of what my brain was doing tonight. I've had so much like life stuff crop up the last little while, and that's cool, life stuff happens, but I'm still under a deadline. I gotta get this done. I think one of the biggest changes with Dave being gone is me just underestimating the amount of time it's going to take to get something done. And it's not so much that, like, getting things done is a challenge, it's just there's more to do. So it's like, oh yeah, okay, I don't have backup for this thing or that thing or whatever. The single biggest difference is the running errands. Because he used to do a lot of that. We have one car, so it'd be like, can you go after work and, like, pick up some groceries or go get dog food or pick up water or whatever. And so it's taking me a little bit to get a grip on how to do that well and efficiently. Yeah, day-to-day juggling is definitely a thing. And it's something that looks very differently when you're used to having one other person in your house that's not around. I mean, I'm doing a good job, if I do say so myself. Alright. Let's find out how well lightboarding holds up with a camera. Oh, Saxon, relax. Nothing's happening. Go lay down. Go lay down. This is not what I want from you right now. I know. You can barely even see that I have this giant lamp on under my desk now. Oh, there we go. Camera lag. Got it. Okay. Hopefully that's not too bad. So what I'm just doing with this is attempting to lightboard on the compass rose, which I had drawn out on a separate piece of paper so that I could get it right. And now I just want to position it and get it onto the map so that I can work on it. So one of the great things about a light board is that you can have something that is very, very well designed that you've worked up on a completely different piece of paper, and then you can use this process to trace it onto the final piece or whatever draft you're working on. And I find that really valuable because it really reduces the pressure to make a perfect final in everything all in one go. I found that I was having a lot of creative paralysis when I was having to do all of my design work in addition to my layout work, in addition to whatever, on a single given map. So I've started doing my compass roses separately, generally on Rhodia dot paper, because I just love the experience of drawing a compass rose on something that's already kind of pre-measured. I think that it just helps the process so much. And then being able to just light board it onto whatever I need it to be onto just really helps kind of take the pressure off and diffuse it a little bit, which makes the whole process just so much more enjoyable. And anything that makes the process more enjoyable is good in my book. Hey John, how's it going? I put these compass roses up in one of the mapping groups, I don't know, like a little while ago when I finished the pair of them. And one person was like, I think I want these as a tattoo. I was like, oh boy. I mean, if you get it done, let me know, because I want to see it. But it occurs to me that a lot of compass rose designs would make pretty epic tattoos. I am glad you are not bad, John. That is exciting. I like it when my people are not bad. I am so happy with the mountain ranges. In this section of the map, I tried a couple different things with the line weights in them, and they just thrilled me. And I love it when that happens. It makes me very, very happy. Alright, and then you turn off the lamp, and ta-da! You have your compass rose right where you want it to be. I'll push that up here a little bit. Alright, let me check the chat here. Oh, that would be a neat tattoo. Yeah, Nikki was doing her nails. The color sounds really fantastic. I'm sorry that your kittens moshed your polish box. That's not cool. Saxon, just go relax, bro. It is all good. I know you don't believe me, but it's true. Like, for real. Alright. I need to procure my circles. So, if you draw compass roses, one of the best things in your life that you can have is this thing. It is a circle template. I think this one is Staedtler brand. However you pronounce that, I think I'm pronouncing it correctly. And it's genius, and I love it. It makes me look so much more prepared than I am in real life. You are a 01. Do I not have anything bigger than a 01? Apparently not. Well, I do, but nothing in the middle. Nothing like a 03, which would be probably the ideal size for this. That is okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, if it was like when you were 14 when you bought it, maybe it's acceptable that it died. Maybe it's an untimely death, but that's a thing. All right. Straight lines, please. I have to say straight lines are my least favorite part of this whole process. They require precision that I just don't care for. Which sounds very spoiled, but it's true. I like organic lines. I mean, straight lines and very geometric shapes are very impressive. I think that's part of why the human brain likes them so much, is they're so rhythmic. And that's a thing we look for in nature. But I like messy lines. Wiggly ones. Oh my goodness. There is a fly in my studio and it is not a happy thing. There we go. Oh, I'm sorry that it was your best red, Laura. That's sad. Yeah, no, all the straight lines should not be squiggly. Not in this application. In many other applications, I am for this. Not in this one, however. All right. I guess I should grab my template so I can see it now that there's no light behind it. Yay, Mountainese! Let's brush pen for some trees. There's an ice cream truck. Is it being all tempting? Because that's really what they're good for. No, that's fair. That is a thing you can do. Actually, I am going to wait and let that dry, and then I'm going to erase it so that I'm not erasing or inking over all of that pencil. Oh, goodness. That's better. AFK to shake and bake wings? Something fine kitchen? Away from keyboard. Aha. One day I will get better at internet lingo. I know, he's so loud, hey? He was clearly running in the yard. And he's in the hallway, he's not even actually in my studio right now. I have my door open, but... It's a pleasure to know that the mic on this camera is that good, though. Because this is just the internal mic for the new camera that I got from my Patreon supporters a while ago. Oh, no way. Please just be pencil. You're definitely pen, but you're not as stuck as you were. Yay, good sign. Alright, I think I'm going to call the stream for tonight. So, Gary, I think you're the one who's still here with me. Thank you for making it all the way to the end. For everybody else that hung out tonight, thank you so much too. It was very nice to have the company. I appreciate that I wasn't completely alone in my house today. And I am live streaming tomorrow at regular time, which is 9:30 a.m. Mountain Daylight Time. So whatever time zone you are in, you will have to adjust for that if you would like to join us tomorrow. And hopefully I'll be on a different map by tomorrow. Wouldn't that be something? Alright, so I will see those of you who can make it tomorrow, and otherwise, thank you so much for a great night. I love you, and I'll catch you later.